If we're getting our house ready for sale, maybe we can do some things that'll benefit us as the home seller so that when we make our move, it's easier. And that takes me to my next tip. Decluttering our house. If you're like me, you have things from every decade that you've been alive in your house, and some you don't use, some are souvenirs, and some are just history. Use this as a time to declutter, organize your house. Everything has a place, and every place should have a place in your home. It's a lesson I learned growing up. The more organized my home is, the more organized my life is. So this is a wonderful way for sellers to declutter, organize how they live, so that when the general public comes in to look at your house, they can see that this is an easy place for them to live. Now, we're going to make it really easy for them to see that. And one of the things that some of my sellers don't like doing, but I call it depersonalization of the house. I'm going to have you take the pictures of your family off the wall. I'm going to have you take the pictures of your dogs. Anything that is not generic, I want down. Because really we want to build the vision for this new home buyer, walking through your house, looking at the possibility, the hope and the possibility of what it feels like and looks like to live in this house. And decluttering allows us to do that. Depersonalizing the house allows us to do that. And certainly making any kind of repairs to the home. Now, a lot of my sellers ask me, should I paint? And you know what? I think absolutely you should paint. 9 times out of 10 you should paint. Now, I don't care if the current color is ochre. Let's go neutral. Because what's current and trendy is not going to be classic and time-worn and time-tested. So let's go with something that's very neutral, a classical look, whether it's an off-white, a light gray, or something muted, so that anybody can see their chair sitting in that spot, or their bed sitting against that wall. Again, to allow them to understand and visualize the vision of what it's like to live in your property. So, in addition to looking at the walls, take a look at your lights. I don't know about you, but I've been in my house, and sometimes I don't remember that I've got a light bulb out until I go to turn it on. Don't be that seller. Be the seller who's totally aware of their house, that the lights work in for all the switches, that your fan blades are clean. Another habit, many people forget about, they're running all the time. We don't realize how much dust is actually on them. Let's make them clean and spotless so that we present the house, of course, in the best light. Now, any kind of fixtures, whether it's ceiling fan, or certainly some people have chosen to update the fixtures in their kitchen or in their bathrooms. It's a pretty cheap fix, just to make it a more cleaner, fresh, contemporary look, if you will. And then finally, if you're really trying to maximize the sale price and you have the budget, because I think that's important to consider too, consider your appliances. I know that dishwasher has never broken and has never failed you for 15 years, but you know what? It's the wrong color, it's the wrong size, and you can probably make it look a lot better in your laundry room or wherever you have those machines housed. Similarly, in your kitchen, that Harvest Gold refrigerator works perfectly fine, but maybe there's a way to get something. It doesn't have to be brand new necessarily. There are plenty of places where you can go and get used appliances that's certainly newer than what you have, that you can put in your appliance's place to make sure that you present a better look. It's all about the look, the decluttering, how it looks and how it feels for the new buyer to understand, can I live in this space? Will I be happy with my family and myself living here?